Well, taking care of the ball. Madsen and Richter return. Lee and Busley take a seat. Ball inbounded to Richter. It's knocked away. Retained by Richter. Gets it back to Madsen. Madsen looks to press. Pitzel tries to go back into Madsen. Ball is turned over. Pass a little too high. Very nice play by number 44 for the Lakers. Going to be an and-one situation.
Who's the foul on there?
That
is on Richter.
That go Richter?
Yes.
Okay. Will be her first, team third, as Coach Jason McCleary discusses that last play. 12-10 Prior Lake lead, just over 9 minutes to play here in the first half. Madsen over to Richter. Richter looks for cutting Morin, can't find her. Back out to O'Brien. O'Brien with a pretty drop off to Morin. The shot won't go. She gets her own rebound, fires it back up once again. Her third rebound of the sequence. Brooke Morin. Shot didn't go, but she is working very hard tonight, Peter.
That was a great pass by Richter, and what we saw there from Morin was what we've seen several times today. Very encouraging. Players getting their own rebounds.
That you're right. The window on that pass was very small, and she's able to slide it into her. Nice job by Libby Richter. Speaking her name, looks like Libby Richter's going to get called for a foul there on the help. That will be her first, team fourth. Call was on the ground as Ellie Busley comes in for Brooke Moore, and she's going to get a well-deserved rest. Prior Lake resets deep.
Foul there was on Lauren O'Brien.
Just keep correcting me, buddy. My eyes are apparently failing me
sorry.
early on. No, we like
I
a
didn't
clean
even
broadcast.
actually.
Like a clean broadcast. And that actually does help because that does stagger out the fouls a little bit. Nobody with more than one. First free throw is good. For those at home, I apologize. I do not have the Lakers' names or additional information. It'll be all Eagan here in this game. Good hustle by the Lakers to buy themselves an extra possession. Got 5 in, 5 out for the Lakers.
Total of 13 players here for the Lakers. A little bit of depth that the Wildcats do not benefit from.
Sounds like a wonderful luxury, doesn't it? And we had mentioned it earlier, something always got to keep an eye on with the short 7 gal rotation here is the fouls, but so far Coach McCleary's done a real good job of getting everybody in and out, keeping them out of harm's way. Deep three is partially blocked by O'Brien. Ball is knocked away by Richter. Richter ahead to Morgan Madsen, gets swiped from behind. Nice crossover up and in, just out with the left hand. That was a nice play. It'll be a jump ball situation. Prior Lake will retain possession. Another thing I'm really liking, Libby Richter bringing an awful lot of energy and physicality here in the first half.
I'd say so far this could be one of her strongest games of the season. She looks great out there.
Very active. Active hands. I like it a lot. Travel that was not called. Ball gets dished out for a long 2 for the Lakers. Good ball movement. The Lakers now take their biggest lead of the game, 15-10. Wildcats need to answer with the basket. Lee from the elbow, shot won't go. Go figure. Brooke Morin again with the rebound. Her shot just spins off. We don't have our statisticians here, Peter. I got Brooke Morin with somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 rebounds early. Good rotation by the Lakers. Long three. Ellie Busley chases down the rebound, gets it to Kirsten Lee. Ahead to Brooke Morin. That shot won't go. Very good look for the Wildcats. Now the Lakers look to run the other way. Good recovery by the Cats. Nice cross. It'll be Richter's. I'm going to wait until the referee does it. I've called the last three incorrect. 23. That was the one I would have had right. Libby Richter's going to pick up her second, team sixth. There's that inbounds play again. It goes out for the deep three.
Another rebound for Morin.
Racking them up. Morin directing traffic to the elbow, gets it out to Busley, stops, pops, shot won't go. Brooke Morin keeping it alive, gets it to Busley on the ricochet. She had a foot out of bounds. Again, good effort. That was a good possession for the Wildcats. Nice penetration move, number 10 for the Lakers. Got by Busley up top and then went through the heart of the Eagan defense. It's her 6th point of the game. Busley over to Lee. Lee measures the three. Shot won't go. Richter chases, can't get to it. Prior Lake ball. Prior Lake 17-10 lead with about 5.5 to play here in the first half. Eagan going to pick up full court pressure here. Good defense by Lee. It's into the defense. Corner three. Wide. Chased down by a Laker. Another three. That is short.
Another rebound by Richter.
Libby Richter hustling. Turns it over on the pass. Did a great job defending. Playing very physical. However, Laker leads up 19-10. Eagan needs a basket. Lee tries to get it to Cutting Morin. That's picked off by the heart of the Laker defense. Good defense by the Cats, collapsing. Morin hits the deck. And jump shot races out. Madsen battles. Stays with Prior Lake, and that 20-foot jumper is good. Looks like Coach McCleary is going to go ahead and take a timeout here. 4.5 to play. Prior Lake 21, Eagan 10. What are you seeing so far, Peter?
Well, I see this game, Eagan getting a little bit tired already. I feel like that depth is just going to play a bigger and bigger issue as we go on here, unfortunately.
I think you're right on. You did really start to notice Prior Lake push the pace, push the pace. Eagan was able to sprint back and race back, prevent any runouts, but you can see it starting to take a little bit of a toll. Another thing that I see here is Eagan's actually playing fairly well. They're taking care of the ball, which has been an issue previously. They're actually rebounding fairly well. Right now they just need some offensive execution. Prior Lake can score points in bunches, and the Wildcats have been sitting on 10 for about 4.5, 5 minutes. So just need to get back to some offensive flow, and I think that they can get right back in the game.
Yep, and I don't think there's been a game this year that we could say that Eagan would be fine missing a good player, any player. But certainly today that's just not going to help us.
Certainly agree. Marganji does bring a lot to the team, whether it's scoring, rebounding, or defense, does it all for him. I think getting off to the good start that they did helped the Wildcats. Now they're just having a hard time maintaining momentum. Busley will inbound to Brooke Morin. Looks like Prior Lake shifting over to a 2-3 zone. We'll see how the Wildcats respond. Lee gets it over to O'Brien. O'Brien in the corner to Morin. Morin measures the three, then pulls it back out. There's a cutting Busley, puts it on the ground. Going to go ahead and get to the free throw line. Nice pass, Brooke Morin. Good take, Elliott Busley. Busley's one of the Wildcats' better free throw shooters on the season. And the announcer curse continues. The first one is off the mark. And I really did it to her that time, Peter. Second one follows the same. Double stack look for Prior Lake. Eagan fights through it. They got a player loose. Swing three is off the mark.
My.
Morin had the rebound, poked away with, I thought, with some contact.
Definitely some contact there.
Busley will inbound to Morin with a little 1-3-1 full court pressure here by the Lakers. Pulling out all the stops. Busley's pass could be a little too high for Navi Pritzel. And just when you see a 1-3-1 full court press, the Lakers are going to go ahead and go 5 in, 5 out.
I just wonder if their change of pace here has anything to do with knowing that they're pushing the envelope in terms of the depth.
I think it's the double-edged sword from what I've heard. I think that this is fairly normal procedure for him. Just gets accentuated with our numbers today. Eagan scrambling. O'Neill O'Brien just misses the steal, and they're going to cash a long 20-footer for Prior Lake, extending the lead 23-10. Lee cross court to Morin, takes a shot to the face, no call. Just tries to get it back inside. Ball's turned over. Libby Richter and Morgan Madsen get ready to check in. Offensive rebound for the Lakers. Gonna extend the lead 25-10. And Prior Lake is on a 16-0 run right now. Another turnover by the Wildcats, and it's starting to pour. Good defense by the Wildcats. Going to have an elbow jumper off the mark. Rebound retained by Prior Lake, and there's Brooke Morin to clear the boards. Gets it to head to Ellie Busley. Ellie tries to go down to Lee, but a little late. And now Prior Lake is going to have another Wildcat turnover. Good rip away there by O'Brien. She got pushed afterwards. Apparently it wasn't seen. Busley and Morin take a seat. Prior Lake runs a double high elbow offensive set. Tries to get loose for a three-pointer. Shot's going to come up short. Ball's grabbed by Pritzel. Body's on the floor. It'll be a jump ball. Eagan will have possession. Navi Pritzel. Good effort there. Once again, Prior Lake in the 1-3-1 full court press. Gets it ahead to Richter. Richter tries to get low to Pritzel. So far, the Wildcats haven't had an answer for this full court extended press. Good job by Morgan Madsen, and a late call. Going to go against the Wildcats for a shooting foul. It's going to go against Libby Richter. That will be her third, team 7th.
I believe Libby's the only one with more than one foul.
I think you're right on there. First free throw's off the mark. Second finds its way, extending the lead 26-10, Prior Lake Lakers. Lee gets into the forecourt, spins back left, mugged twice. Gets to the elbow. Shot is a little bit short. That's the first shot attempt Eagan's been able to get off in about the last 5 possessions. Maybe starting to find a way to figure out this 1-3-1 trap. Corner 3 for the Lakers is off the mark. You're going to have an offensive foul on the Lakers. It's a good box out by Kirsten Lee. Full court pressure once again. Lee gets in the middle of it. Good bounce pass to O'Brien. O'Brien puts it on the floor. Has it ripped away after the pivot. And the Lakers come back the other way. Corner 3 off the mark. Rebound Richter. Good rebound by Libby. Gets it ahead to Kirsten Lee. Lee tries to go to Pritzel. Pass is picked off. Good hustle back by Lee. Saves her team a basket. Stepped out of bounds. Now Pritzel with good hustle back as well. Really impressed with the hustle out of Kirsten Lee. There's no quitting her, that's for sure.
Wasn't a great pass, but she made up for it with some good defense.
Lee looks to attack the middle of the 1-3-1. Got bumped along the way, and they're going to go ahead and give her a travel. I don't think that she moved that way on her own, Peter.
No, I think she got a little help.
Tonight is senior night, and there's some extra program activities. Maybe the refs feel that we're on a quick time table here. I don't know. 8 to play. Gets it down low through a double team. Good power move by number 3 for the Lakers. Lee with a hoist before the buzzer. A little bit short. As we go to halftime, Prior Lake is going to a 28-10 lead versus the home Wildcats. What does Eagan need to do here in the second half, Peter?
Well, I think they need to find a way to slow the game down a little bit. They're just not going to run with these guys. I don't think they'd run with them even if they had a few extra players on the team. Find a way to slow the game down. Maybe a few extra timeouts to give those that short bench a little more rest.
I agree in full. Prior Lake is a very deep program. It's a very deep varsity squad, which means we're playing against a lot of sophomores and juniors here tonight. They're 18-2 for a reason. And they've got a lot of players. They've got a lot of different weapons. Eagan started out the game very strong. Just needs to regain some of that momentum, figure out this 1-3-1. And we're going to take a short break. We will be back in about 4 minutes. All right, welcome back, everyone. Here we are at Eagan Gymnasium, where the score, Prior Lake Lakers 28, Eagan Wildcats 10, as we get ready to begin the second half of basketball action here today. Peter, I'm thinking that Coach McCleary was able to go ahead and pull the girls in, get them a little bit of quick rest, discuss how they're going to dissect that 1-3-1, and I'm looking for the Wildcats to start putting some points on the board here in the second half.
Yes, I think we're gonna break this run here and at least make the second half be competitive.
Wildcats will return their original starting five. We have Busley, Richter, Lee, Madsen, and Morin. Man-to-man defense opening up for the Wildcats. From what I've seen in previous games and other scores, I don't think Prior Lake is a program that will look to take the air out of the ball here in the second half. They like to run their stuff and play a full game all the way through, so I don't think they're going to look to slow down much. Good defense by Lee.
Nice rebound.
Grabs the rebound, gets it out to Busley. Coach McCleary barks out his play. The Lakers showing an early 2-3 zone look. Lee over to Madsen. Madsen to Morin. Measures to Richter. Over to a cutting Morin. Back to Richter. Three in the air by Busley. The bank is open. Elliott Busley. A much needed three-point shot for the Wildcats. It'll be her first 3 points of the game.
And there's the end of that run as we discussed.
Prior Lake goes the other way with 2 points of their own on an offensive rebound, and here's that varied 1-3-1. Warren gets it over to Lee. Lee attacks, pulls up for the jumper. Bank is not open that time. Ball hits the floor. Prior Lake comes away with it. 2-on-1. Lee hustles back. So does Madsen. Good hustle by the Wildcats. Madsen rips it ahead to Busley. Busley gets to the block. She lays it up and in with the left hand. Elliott Busley counting for 5 quick Eagan points. We had 10 as a team in the first half. Cross-court pass by the Lakers. Feed in low, working on Madsen. Good team defense. Brooke Morin clears the boards. Morin measures, now crosses, gets to the line. Sweet dump off to Libby Richter. Brooke Morin, excellent bounce pass. Libby Richter finishes, and the Wildcats on a 7-0 run to start the second half, just as we talked about, Peter.
Very good game for Richter today. 4 points, plenty of time left to go to get some more.
A lot of good active hands on defense. She's got several rebounds. Really like what I'm seeing out of her. Prior Lake shooting a pretty good percentage from the free throw line today, too. They don't really leave too many points out there, do they, Peter?
No, they don't.
The announcer curse did not work on the visiting Lakers. Both free throws converted. Morin gets it ahead to Lee. Lee dribbles with the left hand. Nice drop off to Richter. That won't go, but I like the action. 4 Wildcats surrounding the Laker. Ooh.
That's going to be 4 on Libby.
Wish they could have given it to one of the other 3 near her. That's Libby Richter's 4th, team 2nd, as you mentioned, Peter. Looks like Lauren O'Brien's going to come in for Richter. Nice entry pass by the Lakers. Again, the half-court pressure applied. Ahead to Lee. Lee fakes right, now left. Tries to get to Richter. Quick whistle on that jump ball. I'm more confused now than I was a couple of moments ago.
Yes. I'm a little confused how there wasn't some contact on that.
Before that anyway. 5-on-5 off for the Lakers. And O'Brien comes in for Richter. There's a corner 3 by Lee. Back iron, no. Going to get Brooke Morin over the back. That one I won't disagree with. 34-17, just under 13 minutes to play here in the second half. Good patience by Prior Lake. Running a couple of weaves. Nice in the key shot by the Lakers. Good controlled offense. Warren picks up the dribble, steps through, gets it to O'Brien. O'Brien to baseline, cutting Busley. Ellie Busley, her 7th point of the half, rather. Very nice pass by Lauren O'Brien. And before that, most of the members of Eagan were strong with the ball under pressure. Prior Lake responds with a deep 3 of their own. Moore looks to split the double team. It went off a foot, but wasn't a kick. And there is a travel. Going to be a turnover, Prior Lake. Wildcat ball. Eagan going to run a half-court stack. Lee inbounds to Moore. Moore over to Lee. Lee advances to the 3-point line. Busley into Madsen. Madsen holds. Gets it down low to Lee. That shot won't go. It was a nice entry. Just ran into some tree trouble there. Prior Lake running the other way. Good hustle by the Wildcats to get back. Ball deflects out to Kirsten Lee. It's going to be a 3-on-2. She stops, pops. Shot won't go. Busley's rebound, no. Lee's rebound, no. O'Brien works hard on the boards. Going to be a jump ball. Good hustle by Lauren O'Brien and Ellie Busley.
Flurry of shots there. Kind of amazed nothing got in, but it's just kind of the way things are going tonight.
Wildcats certainly keeping their volume up, but I am very pleased with the speed and the pace of play the Wildcats are playing with here in the second half. 11 minutes to go here in the second half. The score, Prior Lake 39, Eagan 19. Prior Lake with a drive to the lane, extending the lead to 41-19. Warren was trapped in the corner. Almost a turnover, but her foot was out of bounds, so Eagan will retain possession. Morgan Madsen inbounds to Elliott Busley. Madsen to a cutting Busley. She's going to be fouled for her efforts. It's going to be the second team foul on Prior Lake. The ball gets sent into Madsen. She takes one to the face, no call. Able to get a shot up, and then a little bump from Morin does. Not one to normally question the calls on here, Peter, but it's going to be Brooke Morin. That'll be her 4th. Going to have to keep an eye on that. Team 4th. Libby Richter returns. She has 4. Now, I'm sorry, official score now shows her with 3. Don't know
a little
if
confused
a foul
about
was
that.
might have been changed at halftime. Did they went to the video replay? They must have.
Maybe they did. So I'm pretty certain something changed there, but oh well.
Looks like Warren O'Brien got a piece of that Prior Lake shots. Be inbounded under the basket. Shot is up and in with a very kind rim. Madsen picks up the dribble, goes cross court to Busley. Busley cross court to Richter, stays in bounds. Good movement by the Cats, gets it back to Madsen, who resets to Busley. Richter hard to the elbow. It's an inadvertent trip. She seems to shake it off. Good hustle play by Lauren O'Brien. Another 5-in, 5-out situation here, Peter.
It's a shot by Pritzel.
Pritzel corner three won't go. Morgan Madsen's there to collect the steal. Gets to the elbow. Tries to get to O'Brien. Pass just a little out of her reach. Prior Lake runs the other way with the 2-on-1 break. Bussey gets to cross court to O'Brien. Over to Madsen. O'Brien's jumper won't go off the front of the rim. Now Prior Lake is running with numbers once again. Good conversion by the Lakers. Extends the lead. 47-19 Laker lead, just over 9 to play here in the second half. Gets it over to Pritzel. Pritzel to Busley, back to Pritzel. Pritzel three, front rim no. Busley hits the deck, no call. And Prior Lake resets. Foul is going to go against the Wildcats. It's going to go against Lauren O'Brien. That will be her second, team fifth. Epic free throw shooting continues for Prior Lake as Kirsten Lee checks back in for Ellie Busley.
There you go. The Jinx finally kicked in, but of course then they get the rebound.
Yeah, it seems to be our luck. Lauren O'Brien battles for the rebound, clears to Madsen. Madsen ahead to Richter, puts it on the floor.
Good pull in by Richter there.
Yes. Got very good range as Madsen dribbles left. Over to O'Brien, reconsiders.
In.
Friendly roll, Lauren O'Brien. Nice baseline jumper. Will be her first 2 points of the game for Lauren O'Brien. Eagan defense collapses, ball's poked away. Prior Lake recovers.
O'Brien did a nice job there, getting a piece of that ball.
She's been very active this year, and you can see Lauren O'Brien's confidence growing with every game. Morgan Madsen with a nice rebound in traffic. Fouled for her efforts. Team fouls right now. Eagan with 6, Prior Lake with 2 here as we get just under 8 minutes to play here in the game. Morin to O'Brien. O'Brien gets it snatched away from behind. She just didn't know that she was there. Good closeout by Kirsten Lee alters the shot. Be Wildcat possession.
Another wholesale change of personnel here by Prior Lake.
(48-21), 7.5 to play here. Wildcats trailing the Lakers. Pritzel, nice bullet into O'Brien. The jumper won't go. Very nice entry by Navi Pritzel. High degree of difficulty on that. Three in the air is off the mark. Offensive rebound cleared by the Lakers. Second time fouled the first. Good deep by O'Brien. It'd be a long 2-point jumper. Navi Pritzel was there for the board, had it kind of swiped away. But Morin reaches in. Good team defense by the Wildcats, but just can't get the loose change on the rebound. Ball is going to stay here with Prior Lake. Coach McCleary reminding the referee of potential 3 seconds. As Libby Richter's going to take a seat. Brooke Morin returns. Entry down low. Prior Lake's able to convert. Wildcats now working against a 2-3 zone. Lee puts it on the floor to Busley, gets to the elbow. Over to Morin. Morin to Pretzel. Back to Morin, good ball movement and patience by the Cats. So out to O'Brien, to Lee, gets to the elbow. Shot won't go. Got trap opportunity for the Wildcats. Prior Lake stays in bounds and then throws it away. Good scramble defense by the Cats. Coach McCleary speaking some instruction to his ladies. Kirsten Lee, 3 off the front part of the rim. Gonna fall out of bounds. And Madsen is going to check back in for Pretzel. Some fancy ball handling by Prior Lake. Ellie Busley working hard on the defensive full court. It's going to be a travel. Good reactionary defense, Brooke Morin. Morin starts the Eagan offense, tries to get it to Madsen. It's volleyballed out of bounds.
Should we be in a running clock at this point, Brian?
35.
35. Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Busley with the runner. Front no. Oh, great defensive hustle there. Brooke Morin gets the offensive rebound and gets it back out to O'Brien. O'Brien gets mugged by 2 Lakers, no call. Now there's a spinning layup. The rebound goes the Lakers' way, lays it up and in. Morin out to Lee, again working on the Prior Lake 2-3 zone. Lee pump faking, Enders into Busley. Busley double teamed. Oh, nice drop off to Lee. Lee's shot is partially blocked. Really nice idea by Ellie Busley. And Busley and O'Brien come away with the steal. Busley lays it up and is fouled. Good tag team effort there. Warren O'Brien, Elliot Busley. Freshman Elliot Busley, first free throw off the front of the rim. Sophomore Libby Richter checks in for freshman Kirsten Lee. Second free throw for Busley is good, gives her 8 points on the night.
Tough game for the Wildcats here tonight. I can see him with that short bench, and it's been out of hand here for a little while. It's kind
yeah, I agree. It doesn't. Final score, I don't think is going to fully indicate how the game actually went. For Eagan, it's been a tale of runs, right?
Yep.
They just couldn't recover from the 17-0 run. The end of the first half as Madsen fires a 3 that won't go. Busley once again sneaking up on an unsuspecting Laker, hits the ground. O'Brien giving everything she has in the open court, looking for the steal. Madsen closes out on the 3-point shooter, does not matter. That was a nice shot. Back to your previous point, Peter, I think the Cats certainly played better than the score indicated, and I think they deserved a little bit better outcome. Morgan Madsen's 3 won't go. Elliot Busley once again creeping behind players, looking for that steal. Rejection, Morgan Madsen.
Wonderful play by Morgan.
Great hustle. Snaps a pass over to Busley, looking for a 2-on-1. Gets it to O'Brien, just an eyelash late. Great play by Morgan Madsen, not only to block the shot, but try and get Eagan going in transition. Nice play, Morgan Madsen. Busley triggers to Morin. Morin's corner 3, back rim no. Fought for by O'Brien, cleared by the Lakers.
41, here we go. Move the ball.
Elbow jumper won't go. Offensive rebound by Prior Lake. Ball is then stolen by Lauren O'Brien. Good defense by O'Brien. Busley went to go behind the back and had the ball bounce off of her foot. Going to be Prior Lake ball. As sophomore Navi Kritzel checks in for freshman Lauren O'Brien. And we are at that 35-point mark, which is the running clock we spoke of earlier, Peter. Just under 2 to play. Hard left-handed drive by a Laker player, no. It's going to be a travel. Good defense by the combo, Ellie Busley and Navi Kritzel. Well, Peter, as we wind down the season here, this is the second to last regular season game as Morin gets it to a cutting. Madsen won't go. Busley works hard on the offensive glass. That won't go. Back out to Richter. Busley lines up the 3. That is good. Ellie Busley, 11 points for the half and for the game. Great second half by Elliot Busley.
I believe all of her points were in the second half.
Yes. Now that pass stolen by Richter. She puts up a jumper, gets fouled for her effort. She's going to get to the free throw line. Very nice play by Libby Richter. As we were speaking earlier, though, this is the second to last conference game. So a lot of very good things out of this squad. I think it's a very young squad, and I think there's a lot to build on for next year.
Absolutely. A ton of growth, I think, from these 8 players. I think they, with a small team like that, there was plenty of playing time for everybody, and I think they're going to be much improved next year. Egan's program could definitely use if they can have a strong incoming freshman class next year. And I think these guys would be well suited to play a lot of JV basketball next year as opposed to B squad.
I think you're right on as Libby Richter goes ahead and gets her 4th point in the game. Morgan Madsen with the steal. She's going to go ahead and have her first basket of the game there. Morgan Madsen, Libby Richter, nobody giving up here, even on the wrong side of a blowout. Again, like we said, Peter, the score didn't necessarily indicate how close the game was at times. It was a game of runs. It's going to go ahead and finish out. Prior Lake 57, Eagan 29. I like what I saw in the second half much more than the first. Eagan was able to avoid the pitfalls of long time frames without baskets.
Yeah, it was that beginning of the game where it really looked promising. Eagan had a small lead there for a while, and unfortunately we couldn't keep that up, but definitely a great effort by all the girls.
Like what we saw, especially in the second half. Good growth from the team, especially if you were to go back to the beginning of the season. I think the team had some ups and downs. They battled through it, seemed to still be playing very hard and still playing as a team, so I'm very excited to see what this team looks like once again next year. All right, that's going to do it here from Eagan Gymnasium. We will be back in 20 minutes for the varsity version, act number 2 of the Eagan Wildcats hosting the Prior Lake Lakers. See you soon.